Hello, this is Diane Blake and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to call this one my Miscellaneous Books video. They're really short, not a lot of content, but at the same time just different ideas on being creative, just using whatever's at hand and enjoying the process. So right now we're going to be covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 books. 5 right now on the screen, but we may go to a 6th one if we have time. So let's just move everything out of the way and we'll cover these guys one at a time. Okay, a few years back, I went to a thrift store and I found this box that, I don't know, it's like just a box that had video, old cassette tapes and stuff in it. And I don't remember what the subject was. It was like something with history or something. And I decided that I would convert that into a book. Now, at the time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and this square is not all that perfect, but that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. Embrace the imperfection. But anyway, and so I really liked, somebody was doing something with galaxies and making space. So what I did was I took this book and did a lot of black paint and then spattered a lot of, there we go, a lot of paint on it, so give it a galaxy look. And then I open it up and I gessoed the inside black. And then this became the container. And then on the inside, I have what would be a journal, and it's a watercolor paper journal. So when you open this up, this keeps the black theme going, but this is a really nice watercolor paper. And I folded some sheets to give them different sizes and made them a little bit thick so that I could put stuff in there if I want. Some sheets are longer, some are shorter. I was just experimenting with making a book that wasn't your typical book. And it's for art, so you can just do different landscapes or squares or whatever. So I thought this was kind of a fun book to make. It didn't take long to make, and it's nice to have some kind of a journal around that you can do art in if you ever want to. I haven't gotten around to that. I made this several years ago, and I seem to like to work on single sheets instead of in a book format, but that's okay. I still got the experience of making that. The next book is made from a cookie box. Actually, 2 cookie boxes. One I used to make a case, and one I used to make the book. So it's an art book. And this is made from a calendar. I did another video on a calendar. I will leave a link to that below so that you can go and look at my big 12 by 12 calendar book. But this is made from calendar pages. I don't like to waste beautiful artwork that I find in calendars, so I reuse that. And then I created this book. Oh my gosh, look at that wiener dog. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. And I just could not waste that. So I made a book, and it's got mixed media paper in it and just empty signatures that I can use to journal in or draw in or paint in. And I just enjoy the dangles because I really hadn't been making dangles. And this really pleases me when it's on the shelf because I just like to look at those little dangles. Next book. Okay, this, I used to go to Starbucks a lot before the COVID thing hit, and so now it's like no Starbucks. So luckily for me, my husband likes to make me lattes, so I don't need to go to Starbucks anymore. Anyway, this is a book made with bags from Starbucks. You know, those bags that you get the cookies in or your muffin in or whatever. I'll show it to you in a moment, but this cover is made with craft paper, and then I've got some muslin and some lace on here, which I use some stickles kind of stuff in here to fill in the holes to give it some pearl-like look. I used a little bit of dimensional paint and some flowers and a little bling. And then when you open it up, I did some stitching around the edges to give it some character. And what do you know? Look at that. Starbucks. Yep, Starbucks. This is Starbucks paper. It's nice and crinkly. So I covered that craft paper with the Starbucks. And then I've used it throughout. So this is part of the Starbucks paper too. And what I did is just took craft paper or stickers or whatever and made pockets, and like that's some Tim Holtz paper. Made a little card to go in there. Some more Starbucks paper. And did you know, did you really know that Starbucks actually dates their cookie bags? See here, 2/28/19. That was the date for that bag. And I had noticed that, and even some of the employees didn't know that they dated their bags. So there you go. So yeah, you can turn, I just love the fact that you can see through some of those if you bring it down to single ply instead of 2-ply. And then you can just decorate to your heart's content using Starbucks bags. There's another one, 2/28/19. And then you can make your collage paper or whatever and stick in there and decorate. I thought it turned out pretty cute. I did share it with some of the employees at the one store that we have here in Prescott, and they thought it was kind of fun. And that was just before the COVID hit, but yeah, so Starbucks paper is very useful, so don't waste. Okay, I'll do another one here. I'll just put that to the side. Okay. This is such a cute little book. And I don't know what was in this box, but it was just a leftover box. And then I decided that I would make some hand-painted colored pages. So all of the pages in here are from me finger painting and then swishing around. So all of the pages in these signatures are from that, and that's covered with that kind of paper too. I just thought the paper turned out pretty. And so I had to make a book, and it says it's 2.5 by 2.5 inch hand-painted papers, finger-painted acrylics with drawing paper. It was a Pampered Chef box for something, some little tool from Pampered Chef, and it's 60 pages with a hidden spine. So you can't see the spine, it's in here, right here. And it closes the way it was meant to be when it came from Pampered Chef. There you go. Okay, my next book. One of the ladies that I did a art swap with, Rosemary Morris's The Rusty Peacock, did a deconstructed art journal art swaps. Go back to 2015, you'll find those. In fact, if you look at my videos, I have one on the deconstructed art journal book that I made, that I bound, and you can look up more information about her there. But one of the ladies that I did an art swap with decided that she would like to do another art swap, and this is just the two of us. And what we decided to do was to use gift bags, just a little gift bag. And so I made her one. She sent me one. I really liked hers. But I tend, when I do art swaps, I make one for myself just because I kind of like to remember what I did. And so this was a gift bag. Now, I've covered this up with some of my own handmade paper because it used to have a goose on there, a little goose. He was a cute goose, but he didn't fit my style. He or she, I don't know. Anyway, goose didn't fit my style, so I covered it up with paper. But this was a gift bag. So I used some chipboard to give it some strength. It's got 3 signatures, and this is covered with a dinner napkin, cloth dinner napkin. And I used some of my own art in here, and it's just a journal. So just pretty pages. All of these are hand decorated by me. There's a few things that are store-bought, like this tag, and that tag, but most of this paper, I just love this paper. Stuff that I created and that I loved. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more here so you can see. There we go. And I just like color. I love the sparkle. Even the tea-dyed stuff. You can cut, just some paper and then added some other paper on top of it to give it an edge. There's some pretty envelopes I didn't want to waste, so I got some of those. A little tag I liked. So I just made myself a little journal, and this is my art. Some more of this beautiful paper. I just love the way this turned out. And some of this is actually not paper towel. What is that? I think it's fabric sheets, from the dryer. But anyway, so I colored those, and I've added tracing paper, more envelopes, some stickers, anything that would decorate this as a journal. And as you can see, I haven't used this journal yet. That's just a paper bag from something I bought. And I just love that paper. I mean, look at that. You can see the shine. Oh, I love the shine. But anyway, some more of my doodles, some more of my art. Just love that paper. Have a fun time. When I start decorating paper, I can spend the whole day just decorating paper. I just love it so much. So, and that's that journal. Okay, well, there is one more that I can share. I think we've got enough time here. This is something from 2012. Now, I know how big a deal bullet journals are for people these days. Well, I was sort of doing one back in 2012. I was keeping track of how I spent my time because I just felt like even though I was working all day, it just seemed like I was wasting a lot of time. And so that's why this is time and activity tracker. And it's just a journal that had some, that I got at like Barnes & Noble or something, that had some nice paper inside, handmade paper. So I just started keeping track, and there's a picture of me. I traced a picture of me so I could see me there. I look a little different now, but so I kept track of my weight, my sleep, my work, sitting, TV hours, how much time I spent in prayer and worship, crafts and creative exercises and feelings. And what this started taking on a life of its own. I put each day in a little box. So, and the shapes started changing. We're not going to go through every page here, but the farther I went, started having like the dates were in circles, and in the day of the week, I started getting fancy with the way I shaped the boxes and the dates and the days and text. So yeah, it was kind of a fun thing. I did learn how I was wasting my time, and started wasting my time in fun ways instead of just boring ways. But I enjoyed it. So see, I got kind of creative here. Butterflies and all kinds of stuff. So the more you do something with your bullet journal, just keep in mind that it doesn't have to be boring, and it doesn't have to look the same on every page. And you can keep track of different things depending on what you're doing. Like this was the 4th of July, so I put a little flag and how much time I slept, and that I watched a movie called People Like Us, and just all kinds of different things. And then I got really fancy with writing the letters. And so this, just before I turned 60, I thought it was kind of nice to be able to figure out what I was doing with my time. Journal, Hemp, Nepal, $10.95, back in 2012. So I'm sure the prices have gone up for those little binders or little books. So there you have it. You can see that you can use stuff that, like cookie boxes and gift bags and Starbucks bags and different things, to make books. You don't have to limit yourself with fancy things that you buy at the store, that made specifically for bookmaking. And you can have fun, and you can have things to remember, and you can create journals that you may or may not use, and it's okay to use them or not use them. Making them is half the fun. So I want to thank you for your time. Let me just put something in frame so it looks pretty here. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe, and so that you can catch the rest of my videos. I guess I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.